In the mid-1910s, the idea of building a new church on Main Street to replace the old Bethany Memorial Church was first established. The current Bethany Memorial Church that is just off Bethany College campus today was meant to transform and evolve the old church, established by founder Alexander Campbell. The new church was also a way to make the church more acceptable to those living near or on campus. Bethany Memorial Church is directly affiliated with the Disciples of Christ, a branch of Christianity that practices open and affirmative congregation. The Disciples of Christ are very open and welcoming to all people, including those who identify as part of the LGBTQIA+ community. As Bethany College is a very diverse campus, Bethany Memorial Church is available to all students who wish to attend service led by Reverend Dr. Sharon Watkins. The Ogilvy Gates were originally donated to the college through funding provided by Earl Williams Ogilvy, who just happened to be a member of the Bethany College class of 1869. He was a well-known local figure of his time, as he became a philanthropist of the iron and steel industries. Ogilvy Park, which is located nearby in Wheeling, West Virginia, is named in his honor. During the initial years after the college's founding, the Ogilvy Gates served as the main entrance of the college itself. The entrance is comprised of large iron gates, a brick structure with 2 sets of stairs leading to Campus Drive, and landscaping. The construction of the gates has been said to be the administration's first attempt at beautification of the campus as a whole through design and planting, which took place primarily during the time in which Thomas Cramlett was serving as the president of the college. By the year 1985, the gates in the surrounding area were so greatly in need of repairs that it was deemed unsafe for the senior class to walk through them as part of their graduation ceremony tradition. Luckily, in 1987, the Monradi Construction Company completed the necessary reconstruction of the structure for a total cost of $110,000. The current plaque and garden that are in place around the gates were also installed at this time in remembrance of Richard B. Kenny, a beloved professor of religious studies. Today, this area no longer serves as the formal entrance of the college, but it is still recognized as one of the most important architectural aspects of Bethany's history. Cramlett Hall was a project that started in the late 1950s and carried over into the 1960s. Cramlett Hall was originally the campus library of Bethany College, but it was remodeled to be an administrative building. Mr. J. Allen Watson headed the project, proposing this remodel be done in honor of Dr. Wilbur Cramlett in recognition of his work in education at Bethany College and at the Christian Board of Publication. They decided to name this remodeled building Cramlett Hall instead of Willard Cramlett Hall because of Willard's father, Wilbur Haverfield Cramlett, was once president of Bethany College. Once the T.W. Phillips Memorial Library was built, the old library officially became Cramlett Hall in honor of these two important figures of Bethany's past.
Pendleton Heights is home to the Freshmen Manor, seated on the hill above campus, and is the current residence of the president. Pendleton Heights Gothic architecture gives testament to the fact that it is the oldest building on the Bethany College campus. Pendleton Heights has housed a variety of people, including both students, staff, and faculty. It has served as a welcome venue for U.S. presidents, governors, senators, and congressmen, and it was listed on the U.S. National Register of Historical Places in 1975. It was constructed in 1841 by William Kimbrough Pendleton, as for which it is named. The house has 20 rooms and is approximately 9,340 square feet. William Kimbrough Pendleton was the college's second president and was one of the college's very first faculty members. Miss Catherine Pendleton aided in renovation of the manor in 1872. These touches gave Chrisman Manor a more authentic and cohesive look to that of the heart of the college, Old Main. In 1887, the college purchased the house from President Pendleton following his retirement. It has since been the traditional residence of the college's presidents and deans. The house also received further renovation in 2002, funded by Dr. Neil Chrisman's donations. The Chrisman Manor at Pendleton Heights is now home to Bethany College's current president, President Ronenberg, and her family.
Phillips Hall was originally built as a men's dorm in 1891. However, in 1930 it went under a $325,000 remodel to house 115 girls with no waste of space. It was constructed by Grubb Contracting Company of Wheeling, which is also the company who built Ivabel Harlan Hall, which is right next door. This new wing was added to what is now known as Renner 2. Renner 2 also served as a dining hall for the women in Phillips Hall. This dorm came with a dean of women, a hostess, and a superintendent. It was built to look Gothic in nature and bring a new style to Bethany College. It also came with a prayer room and a guest rooms for visiting mothers on campus. When this dorm was remodeled for the women of Bethany College, it was known as the New Approach for Bethany Girls. Today it stands in the center of campus and is a beautiful and gracious building.
The Robert Richardson Hall of Science was formally opened for use by Bethany students and professors at the start of the college's 124th academic year on September 14, 1964. The facilities within the building were first used throughout that summer for a 7-week institute that was sponsored by the National Science Foundation. Approximately 55 high school teachers from 14 different states attended this event. The 3-story circular building was originally constructed by an architectural firm known as Hoffman, Loeffler, and Wolff of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is measured to be a 71,000 square foot structure that contains the only lecture hall on campus with a seating capacity of 300. Additionally, it was first home to a library, 14 laboratories, and 10 classrooms. The cornerstone of this circular building holds several important historical items, including the college seal designed by Robert Richardson, the 1964 to 1965 Bethany College catalog, photographs of the groundbreaking ceremony, programs from the dedication service, and radioactive samples of substances such as cesium-137. Initially, it housed only the departments of chemistry, mathematics, and physics. It was named after and dedicated to Bethany's first science professor, Dr. Robert Richardson. He is recognized by many as being one of the first American educators to be formally referred to as a professor of chemistry. Prior to this noteworthy accomplishment, Richardson served as the biographer and personal physician of Alexander Campbell, the founder of Bethany College.
This grand structure was constructed between the years of 1858 and 1871 and is roughly 420 feet in length. In terms of historical context, this central campus building was meant to represent the original workspace of Alexander Campbell, the founder of Bethany College. Campbell was known for many contributions of his time, including the founding of the Christian church known as the Disciples of Christ. It has been stated that the college is the fountainhead institution of more than 100 colleges and universities established in the United States by the church. Old Main is one of the country's largest intact, large-scale examples of collegiate Gothic architecture. The clock tower behind the central block rises more than 140 feet to provide a vertical counterpoint to the overwhelmingly horizontal mass of this beautiful structure. Old Main includes Commencement Hall, used for concerts, convocations, lectures, dramatic presentations, special functions, dinners, and other gatherings. It also houses Kirkpatrick Hall of Life Sciences, devoted to biology, microbiology, and botany laboratories, a greenhouse, faculty offices, labs, library rooms, and conference rooms. This building stands today as a historical landmark in 2 states, Virginia and West Virginia, because it was constructed prior to the establishment of West Virginia.
Sweet gums are beautiful trees that are most commonly known for their star-shaped leaves. The common name sweet gum is derived from the sweet sap that these trees produce, which eventually hardens into an aromatic gum. Sweet gum trees are a member of the witch hazel family and are deciduous, meaning that they shed their beautiful leaves seasonally. Their leaves are an array of beautiful and vibrant colors such as red, purple, and yellow. They produce a gumball-like fruit which covers over the grass in the surrounding areas. They are native to the eastern region of the United States and thrive in typically moist environments with rich to acidic soil. Sweet gum trees can grow up to 75 feet tall, thus providing a great source of shade. Sweet gums have various uses. The hardened gum produced by these trees can be chewed, can be used as an ingredient in tea, and has also several medical uses.
Ginkgo biloba trees are a strong-lived species as they're the lone survivor of the division Ginkgo phyta, which otherwise has gone extinct. They have both male and female plants. Ginkgos have fan-shaped leaves that turn into a brilliant gold in autumn. The trees serve many purposes in the United States. They grow as street trees on commercial properties and in the home landscape of many. They are considered to be the near-perfect urban tree as they can grow and thrive despite pollution and disease, and are also easy to prune. Female ginkgo, however, are the cause for the only complaint against the species. They drop smelly fruit in the autumn, and the smell is so bad that in some areas that grow the trees en masse, cleanup crews are hired to pick up the fruit as it drops.
The red maple has the greatest north to south distribution of all tree species along the East Coast. They range from eastern Canada to Florida to East Texas. The large trees have a narrow or rounded compact crown, red flowers, fruit, leaf stalks, and an autumn foliage. The red maple, named for its often red leaf display, is a handsome shade tree. They tend to range from 40 to 60 feet in height. However, they occasionally reach 100 to 120 feet in cultivation. The roots grow in a dense, fibrous network that prevents plants from growing near the trunk. Although the tree is named for the frequent vibrant red leaves, the fall foliage is actually quite variable, ranging from red to yellow to greenish yellow. The leaves vary from 3 to 5 lobed with the lobes separated by V-shaped angles. The young trees have smooth, silvery gray bark, which provides great winter interest. Males have notable pinkish-red flowers that bloom in early spring, and soon after, the females display decorative red samaras. In West Virginia, the flowering period lasts from February to March.
Red oak trees are part of the beech family. These particular trees can grow nearly 2 feet per year for up to 10 years. When mature, they reach staggering heights of up to 80 feet tall. Red oaks are deciduous, meaning that they lose their leaves seasonally. They are typically trademarked by their red leaves, which appear in the fall. However, they host green leaves and acorns in the summer. Young red oaks have smooth silver bark which gradually darkens and develops ridges as the tree ages. Red oaks thrive in moist, acidic soil and are considered low maintenance. Red oaks are able to survive in polluted air and have a high salt tolerance, which makes them perfect for mining areas such as Appalachia. There are several different species of red oak, but two of the most prominent include the northern and southern red oak. Red oaks are native to Northern America, primarily the south, central, and eastern regions. Red oak trees are favored by the timber and lumber industry and are often used as hardwood lumber.
Sycamore trees are commonly found throughout Appalachia. They feature wide pointed leaves that change from dark green to brown in the fall. The species is deciduous, meaning its leaves become withered and lifeless and fall off at the end of growing season. They are wide canopied and can range from 75 to 100 feet in height. They are commonly known for their massive trunks, which are larger in diameter than any other native hardwood. The biggest sycamore at the moment measures 11 feet in diameter. On the large older trunks, bark sloughs off in scales or plates, revealing a smooth whitish inner bark. Their open crowns are full of huge, crooked branches. The trees produce sap that is used for a unique drink and can also be boiled down to a syrup. Also, the wood is used for furniture parts, millwork, flooring, and specialty products.
The sugar maple tree is part of the maple family. The large trees are noted for their brilliant multicolored autumn foliage with red, yellow, and orange leaves. Their straight central trunk, wide spreading branches, and pointed dense crown are all recognized as great landscape characteristics as well. As youth, they have smooth bark, however it becomes shaggy with age. The sugar maple's landscape size is typically 60 to 75 feet, but they tend to grow much larger in the wild. The trees are able to produce two major products. They are the leading furniture wood used for flooring, boxes, crates, and veneer. Some have unique grain patterns that are in great demand. Also, the boiled concentrated sap is the commercial source of maple syrup and sugar. Each tree produces between 5 to 60 gallons of sap per year.
James Keegan was an esteemed professor of communication at Bethany College, also working as the head of the department. He specialized in international communication as he was well-traveled as an individual. At some point in his life, he had lived in England, France, Germany, Switzerland and the Netherlands, the Soviet Union, Italy, and Bethany, West Virginia. He also traveled to Nigeria, India, Japan, the Philippines, and South Korea as part of his involvement in the international Christian communication, where he held the position of chairperson for several years. Keegan was a man who had truly seen the world, but he found home here in Bethany because of the community feeling. In honor of his achievements and passion for international communication, The James Keegan Prize in International Communication is a cash prize awarded to students who exceed in the field. The award was first presented to a student during the spring semester of 2004 as part of the Honors Day convocation.
Dr. Gary H. Capel was a professor at Bethany College. He received his bachelor's degree at Bethany College in 1974, his master's degree at West Virginia University in 1980, and his PhD at West Virginia University in 1988. Dr. Capel specialized in Renaissance Reformation, British history, and modern European history. During his time at Bethany, aside from teaching, Dr. Capel was also department chair, interim dean of the faculty, associate dean of the faculty, director of institutional research, and also twice chaired the reaccreditation process with the Higher Learning Commission. Dr. Capel also was named the recipient of the John R. Taylor Award in the Liberal Arts. This award is presented to a faculty member who demonstrates exceptional scholarly achievement and a deep understanding of the core liberal arts values of Bethany College.
Or Miss Nick, began her career at Bethany College, serving as the Teenage Program and Young Adult Director for the Young Women's Christian Association of West Virginia. Dr. Darlene Nicholson spent nearly 38 years tenured at the college. During this time, she was highly active, holding a multitude of respectable and notable roles, such as Dean of Women, Instructor of Physical Education, Conference Coordinator, Coordinator of Student Activities, Director of the Renner Union, Director of Summer Camps and Conferences, and Dean of Student Life. Her dedication to her job in the college were uncanny and highly apparent. She served as president of the West Virginia Council of Cultural Coordination for West Virginia Colleges and Universities, and had been a member of the Board of Directors for West Virginia Colleges and Universities. Dr. Nicholson was beloved, and her endearing students often called her Miss Nick. She also received many awards and honors throughout her career, and she was the first recipient of the Bethany Alumni Association Award for outstanding service to the college and was named Administrator of the Year by the school student body. Sadly, Dr. Darlene Nicholson passed away in June 27th, 2015. Her impact and countless contributions to the college are not to be forgotten.
Richard Bruce Kenny was a valued professor of religion at Bethany College. During his time at Bethany College, he also served as the Dean of Faculty and advisor for the Beta Theta Pi fraternity on campus. His teaching abilities were so notable that an award was named after him. The Richard B. Kenny Award was first presented to Professor John Hall based on his teaching abilities, community support, and academic advising. In 1987, a garden and plaque were added to the Ogilvy entrance in honor of Kenny, who passed away in the fall of 1986. The Beta Theta Pi brothers also raised over $3,000 for the Kidney Foundation in honor of their deceased former advisor.
Roy A. Kirkpatrick was a dean and professor at Bethany College. Kirkpatrick also was a visiting professor at many other notable universities, such as WVU, NYU, and several others. He also later became a director and vice president for the Wheeling-Pittsburgh Steel Corporation. He received his education from several universities, including Bethany College. Kirkpatrick was a known leader in the development of professional and personnel administration and industrial relations.